Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're back for another episode of Age of Wonders 3. Actually, hopefully, 3 more episodes today. I'll probably post a channel update about this, but I'm actually recording earlier than I usually do. It's Thursday as I'm recording this, but you guys probably won't see this episode until more likely the following Monday at the earliest. I'm going to be out of town, AFK this weekend, so will not be able to record on Saturday like I normally do. But I did still go through all the comments from the last set of 2 episodes and have a lot of interesting things to go over. I want to start off with some feedback from Tarzak and Sarah Feingold, pointing out that the Blight Resist shield might actually be useful on Mogwai, and here is why. So, remember last episode when I was talking about if you get 100% resistance to all effects, you're technically not still immortal because certain things, like a Goblin Blight Doctor, can cast weakness on you and lower your resistance to a particular element. In the case of the Blight Doctor, lowers resistance to Blight. That would drop Blight down from 100% to only 40%, which is still good, but it's not immortality. So, in order to counteract this, you would have to know what things you're threatened by and to what extent they can lower that threshold. So, basically, with Blight Protection, if I can get that up to 160%, then even if a Goblin Blight Doctor weakens me, I'll still be immune to Blight attacks. And that's extremely good to know because the Sorcerer is a Goblin who I'm going to have to deal with, and I don't really have a great counter to that. This is a discussion I was having with several people in the comments about the types of things it can do, and basically, the majority of my units are vulnerable to being stunned because I'm a warlord, to put a long story short. Rely a lot on getting in there and hitting people. And the Goblin Sorcerer can cast static electricity on top of the fact that all his apprentices will presumably have stun. So Mogwai, if I can get him completely immune to like 160% blight resistance and like 100% on everything else, I think Mogwai could solo the Sorcerer by himself. I'm pretty sure he could, because I think the only way they could lower my resistance to any particular element, unless they have a hero that could do it with something that I'm not really anticipating, the only way they'd be able to do that is with the Goblin Blight Doctors weakening me. So, Mogwai, I am going to try to get to the point where he can solo that. I need to find the Obsidian Armor of the Black Knight. I looked this up when I was when I was in between episodes, and it would replace this, but it would give me, instead of 40% to 3 elements, it would give me, I think it's 60%. I think it's 60% to all elemental resistances. So not physical, but 60% to fire, frost, shock, and then spirit and blight. Which would obviously bump these up. I mean, it would bump those 3 up to 80%. And then I could cover that with a couple other 20% items on like a shield or something. And then I could even remove his beetle mount because I'd be adding blight, 60% blight onto this. I could either remove the beetle mount and use the flyer and then use that shield, or I could more likely keep the beetle mount and put other resistances on the shield to get some of these ones up to 100. So I think it's possible, long story short. I know it's kind of an extended explanation of what my plans are with him. It really all hinges on finding that Obsidian Armor of the Black Knight. So I'm going to have to get a little lucky and just scour any ruins I can in an attempt to find it. One other thing with regard to item management, David Houston did mention that in the meantime a static shield might be a good idea, which I should be able to make here, because Mogwai isn't really using a shield item now, and I'm going to keep that other one that I found. The one I'm referring to is one that's on Nan Hill. It's a shield that provides blight protection. I think I glazed over that, but it's that shield right there. It's only 40% though, not 60. So yeah, might not end up going to Mogwai anyway on that note, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to keep that on Nan Hill for now because it really doesn't benefit Mogwai at the immediate moment, and I think Mogwai would benefit more from a static shield. So I will probably go ahead and get that, because that would be, if I can make that, really, really nice. I'll try to make that, or see if I can make that in the next turn at that Arcane Forge. Other comments, one from Athena Tenno with regard to my Orc army out here, did point out that the Orc's army can benefit from healing showers, which Mogwai can cast once a turn from a distance. It's 25 mana to cast, it'd be 50 if Mogwai's not in the battle. I don't have enough to do it on this turn, so these guys are still going to be best off just waiting here. but I will probably try to get that soon. Let's see here. We've got can use extra mana and casting points to Death March builders and diggers safely in my territory. Might not do that a lot immediately. I'm kind of using a lot of, because I might need healing showers for these guys, and I'm also using Death March to get Nanhild at the front line. But that is a great point. Since Death March cuts a unit's health in half every time, I could dig a little bit and then just Death March again, run over somewhere else, and then just continue digging more, which would be great because like a lot of my units are just going to regenerate health anyway. But even then, it doesn't really matter. Now on builders, I don't know what happens if you get them down to like 1 health and then you Death March them. I don't know what happens. But the builders don't really need HP otherwise because they're never really fighting. What's the point of even worrying about whether they have HP or not? So I think that is definitely something that... Okay, hang on. This is going to be a pain, isn't it? I want to make the road straight through there. I think I'm going to have to dig this out first. There's already a road here. Cannot build road to target location. Okay, well, I'm getting distracted here, but I think I'm going to have to dig this and then come back and build the road. But yeah, anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I could like Death March that builder, for example, and yeah, it's going to cut his health in half, but who cares? He's behind the front lines, nothing's going to attack him, so I may as well. So that's an interesting idea for how to use Death March. It's not something I'm going to do immediately, but it's something I probably should keep in mind because it could help basically for the cost of 20 mana and 20 casting points get me that much back in gold every turn by just more digging. So thought that was kind of a cool idea. That was from Sarah Feingold and Impregnable. And I already went over David Houston's comment. From Arvin Nelson and Impregnable, swap locations on Mogwai during a siege could be fun. I do agree. Mogwai could go like right up behind enemy lines, and depending on the type of units they have, of course, I'd want to check. But basically, I could swap locations on Mogwai, and here's how this would work. Swap locations swaps you with another unit of the same tier that you cast it on. So if I cast it on Mogwai, it's going to swap Mogwai with another unit of the same tier on the opposing army. Heroes are considered tier 4 units. So Mogwai, if there was a hero in the battle, would get swapped with the other hero, and that could be really nice because it make it very easy to kill a hero that's sitting back and casting spells, or alternatively, to kill a leader if I'm trying to assassinate one of them because I have their capital or something like that. So those are good options. The only problem I have is during a siege, if you swap Mogwai with somebody who's on walls, I think it would cause the defenders to rush out of the walls if they can't damage Mogwai because, say, they've only got physical attacks, and they could rush my other army, and then Mogwai would just be stuck in the walls by himself trying to break back out the door. So each battle would have to be kind of evaluated on its own merit, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But at least I would get like one easy kill with whatever hero or other unit he swapped with. So that would be kind of neat. Let's see here, and I think that's almost it. We had a discussion, a couple other little housekeeping things, just discussing with Swallow Hole and the Gluttons that I was talking about before. I'm going to actually pull them up in the menu here, because we're going to talk about Gluttons for a second, because we had a discussion about how Swallow Hole it works, which might be one of the weirdest abilities in the game. It says when engaged in melee, the unit has a chance to devour the target. The chance of this happening is based on the size of the target and the amount of hit points left. If you actually look this up on the wiki, there's a couple interesting little tidbits about this that this book doesn't tell you. For one thing, units cannot be swallowed if they have more than 55 hit points left. I did not know that. You have to have 55 HP or less in order to even have a chance of being swallowed. And then the chance can range anywhere from 20% to 80% is what the wiki said. And like I said, based on the size of the unit, I don't know if anyone really knows exactly what that means. That might be just hidden in the code somewhere. There may be a chart online somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, the other interesting thing is that Resurgence does technically allow a unit to come back even if it has been swallowed when the battle ends. But I'm not entirely sure what happens, like if a unit with Resurgence gets eaten, and then another unit gets eaten. Normally what would happen is if you killed the Glutton, the last unit to get eaten pops back out, the first one to get eaten disappears. I'm not sure what would happen if the first one to get eaten had Resurgence. According to the wiki, it sounds like it should come back, which would apply to all my knights, which would basically mean I didn't need to be so scared during that battle in the Ziggurat on the last episode, or the episode, I think it was the last episode. But I just thought that was kind of an interesting discussion, because like I said, that's one of the weirdest abilities in the game, in my opinion. Casper Eklund also mentioned that a good counter to spiders, and that was all Casper Eklund and I kind of looking. I looked that up on the wiki and his input as well. Casper also mentioned that spiders are a good counter to gluttons due to their low physical defense. So that is a good thing to keep in mind. Spiders would be a great counter to them. Of course, I don't have any with Nano's group, but that's okay. It's just something to keep in mind going forward, because if you can prevent it from moving, it can't retaliate, can't have a chance to eat anything. Finally, the last two things, Goblin City of Zolg. These are both coming from Impregnable, by the way. The Goblin City of Zolg can be put on Produce Merchandise. That's a great point. I've had this on kind of like infinite, where is Zolg? I've had this on like infinite Produce Merchandise or Produce Growth for a while now. That's not really needed anymore. I'm going to do infinite Produce Merch because that city was making, it was at 90 gold per turn. I can bump that up to 135 now, so that is much, much better for me. I can definitely use all the money I can get with the amount of units I'm going to be producing here soon. Let's see, select production. Okay, so we're on to that. And then the final thing is, also from Impregnable, time to use rally points. I agree. I'm sitting here micromanaging, moving one unit at a time, and I really need to stop doing that. Because it's not really necessary. In this case, I've got Blight Darters, Swarm Darters that I'm building every turn. So what I'm going to do is probably select them and have them rally. More likely, probably right here, I think. Just set a rally point there, and then when they get produced, they'll just start automatically running this direction. And then they'll kind of gather around that city. I might change that. It kind of depends on how things develop over here on the coming turns. I kind of think I may want to send them to either this city or that city, just to have a city. Does that one even have walls? That one doesn't have walls. This one does, though. Just like more of a central location. As a matter of fact, that is what I'm going to do with them for the moment. Let me go back to the city that's making them, and you'll go up and set the rally point to, I would say, there. That's better, I think. Wait, hang on. What path are they taking to get there? I think I need to right-click. Sorry, I don't set rally points very often when I play in single player, so I'm not really familiar with how to make it work. Okay, you can see the path they're taking. Yeah, that didn't update it. Okay. So I need to set rally point here. I think it's a right click. Yep, there it goes. Now it's working. Now I need to make sure I retrace that path and it's actually going the right way. Okay, they're going to come out of there, through there. All right, cool. I actually probably would have taken them by the road, which would have been the longer way. All right, that'll work. And then we can just start playing. I think that's all the, I think that's all the comments for this episode. So let's get right into it here. I'm going to leave this town on merchandise because the Draconian stuff isn't really that important to me at the moment. Mostly focused on making sure I have enough to keep cranking out Warlord stuff. Speaking of Warlord stuff, this would be the Elf Warlord over here. It should be the Elf Warlord. Vassal of Thena. Yeah, it's a vassal city, so it's good to know that's over there. He's got just a few units, nothing good. The flyer might be able to handle all of that, but I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. I don't think I'm going to send a tier 3 after 3 tier 1s. I think the tier 1s would win by just surrounding him and flanking him and hitting him with that Swarm Darter. Alright, got this little guy here. I am going to have to still move a few of these manually, so I'll probably just pile them up in that city, and then I can spread them out as they are needed. For Varg, I am going to just wait on him for this turn. And I think, actually, you know what I'm going to do with Varg? He's still got Quick Dash, so what I'm probably going to do is next turn, if I can manage it, because I'll have enough for Nanhild's Death March, which I should actually start channeling, because I'm going to want to do that again. Let's channel Nanhild's Death March so I can save a little bit of mana next turn. And I'm going to move Varg here and have him do some easy battles that I think I can actually gain more health than I lose by doing. And then Varg can use Quick Dash, I can use Healing Showers. We can try to get his army patched up while clearing this stuff, and then go clear that, except for maybe that might be a little harder, but yeah. I am definitely going to try to clear that tower, the wizard tower with him. I just need to try to get him some more health in the meantime. Have him have some stuff to beat up on. In fact, maybe we'll go after that human city first. That might be fun. Maybe they'll actually come after me if I move into their territory. Yeah, I could do this. And then the flyer needs to grab that gold, of course, and then double back down here. The more units I have around, the better. Those guys are probably going to get put on camp for now. I don't really need them to update me every turn. I do want them to stay there until I kind of know where they need to go. I'll know more about that next turn. I've also got a couple little red units down there to keep an eye on. We've got my builder, which just finished that road it was working on, and dang, I wish I could build bridges over lava, but I can't. What is he gonna do now? I mean, there's stuff he can dig, I guess. I don't have a goblin digger over here to handle any of that. He may be needed for building forts more towards the front line, but for now I think at least getting that road done is useful. Maybe I will build a road continuing out this way, or yeah, you know what, for now he can just dig. That's fine. I'll never complain about having more money, and that's kind of what this little guy is doing here too. Let's go ahead and clear that out. And I think that's all the soft walls except for these ones over here. And now this guy does have a very important road to build, so he's gonna carry on with that. Okay, that makes a nice connection there. And I could actually build a bridge across the water here if I wanted to, which might actually be worth it. I don't have a good crossing point here, and I don't see a reason to keep this locked off because this is all blocked in by dirt over here anyway, plus that wall there, the giants, the lake, and I've left a wall there, and then it kind of more rock walls coming up around here. So I think that this is actually a safe place to open up. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, this is open here anyway, so yeah, I don't see a reason to not build a bridge across that. Oh, I never did clear that structure. Okay, well, he can't do anything more on this turn, so we'll leave him be. Dwarf is still going to clear all this out. And the goblin needs to be careful not to dig through to the lake. Okay. Yeah, that's all he can get while still leaving that closed. Alright, cool. Now I got my golden dragon here. He's out of movement, so we'll end that guy's turn. Can't go any further over the mountains. Got another one 5 turns from being done. This settler is still on his way down south. He needs to get on the other side of the river there, so there we go. As for this little guy, probably going to, so I had some goblins here. They're chilling out down there. So yeah, I think these ones are going up. Except for this guy, who's probably needs to dig somewhere. Although there really isn't anywhere for him to dig. Well, there's a little bit over there, so I guess he could get that. The swarm darter, both of those swarm darters need to go up. And as I learned from the other location, or from the rally point, this is actually a faster way. Sometimes you pick up on little useful bits of information like that. Oh yeah, I gotta get my node serpent down here, help out Varg, who desperately needs it. These guys are gonna group up with them on the cave tunnel entrance. You are done, and it appears that I am now at the end of my turn. So, I actually am going to get into the habit of, well, let me do a couple things here. Okay, good. Still recording. I couldn't remember actually hitting the start record button. Going to try to get in the habit of quick saving like that to hopefully avoid another situation where I crash and things go bad. Of course, at this point, it doesn't really matter because it is the end of the turn anyway. But yeah, last time I crashed after recording the entire first episode, part of the second one, lost all my progress. So really don't want that to happen again, as you might hopefully understand. But yeah, by the way, I didn't even know you could quick save, but I think the default control for that is Control S. So if that helps anybody out there. All right, Vontor, the shocking is moving. That's down there. I'm not really worried so much about yellow. I'm more worried about red and blue, and I want to see if there's any movement that I can spot here. There are some yellow units there. We'll see what that red... Okay, red ran off. He was down here and then just ran into the fog of war somewhere. Hopefully I can spot... Blue I would expect to be reinforcing this area. The thing is, like, the cities that I'm finding that are blue cities are all, like... None of them are actually elf cities, which is a little disappointing because I would like to have elf technology. Okay, there are some more blue units that just appeared. Oh, wait, no, those are mine. Okay, but yeah, that's a Frostling city, even though it's owned by the Theocrat. And that one is also Frostling, even though it's owned by the Theocrat. So I don't know why the Elf Theocrat has so many Frostling cities. I guess these must just be leftovers from the Rogue that they're absorbing. But hopefully that means he's nearby. So a lot of items just showed up, and there is much to do. Let's go ahead and throw this on my Dreadnought, and that shield is probably going to get sold, I think. I'm getting to the point where those aren't really necessary anymore. Projectile resistance is honestly more useful on the Sorcerer. Mogwai, you know what, we'll just ship it over to Mogwai for now. It's better than nothing. And then he's going to have that Trident on the next turn, okay. And who else got an item this turn? Nanhild got Bane Fire Staff. Okay. Speaking of Nanhild, I need to remember to swap those items on before battle and then back off afterwards. I have been consistently forgetting to do that since I gave those items to her. So we've got a couple units hanging out over here. It looks like there's another cave entrance. I would be interested to see where that goes. Might maybe just fly in there and say hi to everybody. We can pick off... Oh, we can pick off the Dreadnought's hero. That's probably worth doing. The nice thing about Nanhild is she'd have to be really outnumbered for anybody to have a chance at breaking that army. So I don't feel too scared rushing in like this. You can actually kind of see where their stuff is. Nanhild's got great vision range. This is going to be an awesome stack. Can fly in. Still somewhat carefully. Try to be cautious about this. And let's see, Nanhild has the most movement out of anybody here, so I probably should still launch battles with her. But we can pretty easily take this guy out and set the Dreadnought back a little bit. And again, forgot to put her item on her, so it is what it is. He's going to just run up and shoot her, so she's just going to have to heal herself. Now, what are you? I'm assuming you got fire resistance. You got 40% fire protection. No spirit. Okay. That tells me something about how I should handle you. Also, you were kind enough to let your guard down. Thank you so much. Alright, so I think I can pretty much... That flame tank isn't going to do squat to any of my dragons. It can't hurt them. The only person it can hurt is Nanhild. So, I see no reason not to just do this. Let's see if... Okay, he can get in a hit too. Alright, I think I can kill him with just 3 fire dragons. Yep, goodbye. And Nanhild literally just needs to run away from that flame tank and heal herself because it can't hurt anybody else. And everyone else can go make a wall to prevent the flame tank from getting through. Oh, I guess he can ram. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I forgot about that. Doesn't really matter. When he explodes, does that actually... Maybe I should have... Does that do physical? It does do a little physical damage. Okay, well then, let's just use breath attacks. Unless it's immune to fire. It is not immune to fire. Not entirely, anyway. Let's see if I can get it with flame breath attacks. Going to have to go in for the kill with this dragon. That's okay. I think they'll be alright. That was a pretty easy kill there. Man, if I only knew where the Dreadnought's capital was, I would rush it with Nanhild right now, but I have absolutely no idea. Okay. Can go down, hit yellow, maybe pressure more of the Theocrat cities, but I want to find the Theocrats' real cities. I don't want to find this stuff they've just absorbed from the other person. Okay, looks like we can go back down here and maybe get on this cave entrance and cause some problems. I'm all about causing problems. We can actually go in with the gold dragon, who now has more movement than Nanhild. In fact, there's really no reason for me to not pop down here. Holy crap, okay. Hang on. We're going to want to end our turn on that cave entrance for sure, because I don't want to get swarmed by multiple armies all at once. I bet the dwarf's capital is down there somewhere, but I don't know if I'm ready to just rush wildly into whatever may be down here, because there's all those. Again, you know, not stuff that's really super threatening, but in a big enough group, that could be a problem. Nanhild's not really designed to take on a dwarf dreadnought. Yeah, that army's very resistant to fire, but they're also... Wait, is that... Okay, that's just a random hero. They're still vulnerable to physical damage, and the dreadnought's got plenty of that too. So I think Nanhild's going to just end the turn on that cave entrance to prevent anything from mass swarming her. So yeah, go back up. And you can now go attack that, and then you're going to want to move back onto this spot. Very likely victory. This should be pretty easy. We'll go ahead and do a manual combat just in case, but just to micromanage healing if nothing else. But I think I'm just going to AoE everything. Maybe I can narrow them if I kind of bundle up my dragons in a certain way. I'm betting I can narrow the attack angle of everything. Who's the most damaged dragon? You, with 130 health. Okay. Nanhild can use, I'd say, Nourishing Meal on that guy, because that'll buff him up a little bit above the cap. And yeah, I'm going to bundle everyone together and just try to get them all to come at me in as close of a formation as possible. Maybe an even better thing to do would be to leave one of the dragons out and then just plan on healing it. He can tank hits from everybody. Oh wait, hang on. A couple of them can still be hit anyway. That guy is going to be able to reach stuff, okay. Regardless of what I do, but that's okay. I think I just want them to waste... Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll let them charge so they let their guard down, and then I will... Okay, good try. And I will just fire breathe the heck out of all of them. Now that everybody is in a nice, albeit somewhat confusing formation, I don't want to use... Okay, I don't want to use that with the gold dragon. I want to use everybody else's AoEs. The gold dragons can still hurt my dragons, so... But the fire dragons can just go all in on these guys, no trouble. There is one that I might need to move a bit to get. Hang on. I think for this one I need to be here. That was a crit. That's really nice. Nandhild can help out too. She's not completely useless here. That being said, I'm gonna want this guy to fire breath. Probably he can handle that angle. Okay, that'll work. That takes care of that. Actually, this allows this dragon to fly over here and gives Nandhild the opportunity to heal one that just took a bunch of damage. So that works out very nicely. But I think that's everyone. And this is sort of what I wanted. I wanted Nandhild to have a really mobile army that could just get behind enemy lines and mess some stuff up and move quickly. There's also haste berries there, which they can take advantage of on the next turn. Now, we'll see what the Dreadnought does here. If they're willing to send their armies at me one group at a time, I can probably defeat all of them, and could even maybe go underground and start looking for the Dreadnought's capital now that their leader's in the Void for a few turns. Because it might be close. There was a lot of stuff down there. Can actually flip and look, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's relatively close. So that is definitely an option. But if they don't come after me, try to come after me through the tunnel entrance, then I think I'm gonna have to play it safe and stay up here because I don't want Nandhild's army just run in and get themselves killed. That would be really, really bad. Okay, Siege Workshop is done here. Warlord's Command, that's fine for the next one. In fact, I probably need to make sure there's something queued after it. Let me go in here and okay, that's already got stuff queued up. Next, Warlord's Command. We need the Masters Guild. I might actually do that first because it will help them build the Warlord's Command faster. Masters Guild is done here. Great Beast Slayer is being completed, and then after that, we're going to want the Stables of Vigor. And probably the Writers' Hall for that extra promotion. I'm going to, more likely than not, yeah, I'm going to hurry production here because I just turned all this to Barons, so they're pretty darn happy with me, so we're going to fast track this a little bit. And I can actually get a little bit more Barons out of this on this turn. Although I only have 201 mana this time around. I don't have a huge mana surplus like I did before. And that's in part because items are being produced, which I'm sure are in this list somewhere. There's a quest for this city. That actually, no, I'm going to decline. Well, hang on. Varg does have to go back up that way. Hopefully before long. I'm actually going to accept that quest. I don't see a reason not to. I think 10 turns should be... I'm probably going to end up forgetting that the quest is active, but I think 10 turns should be enough time for Varg to finish doing what he needs to do down here and then get back up there, especially if I'm using healing showers like I should be. In order to know whether I can use healing showers like I should be, I probably need for Mogwai's army to do whatever they're going to do on this turn. In fact, really all my armies in this area need to kind of get on the ball here. I have that dragon. Where is he? Where's my gold dragon? There he is. Can he reach those haste berries? I can almost guarantee you that's a no. Yeah, he's a little far away for that. Fastest way to Mogwai is pretty much just shortcutting right across these snowy fields, so that's what he's gonna do. Got the last Goblin Race Governance upgrade. Okay, all Goblin cities generate an additional production for every wetland hex in their domain, or the infantry and pikemen deal an additional poison damage. Ooh, gain inflict weaken, plus 5 HP. Both of these are really, really good. This is a tough choice because I don't really, admittedly, I don't have much in the way of goblin infantry. Irregulars don't matter. That's just the kobolds. That doesn't matter. But infantry and pikemen, particularly the pikemen, especially, I think, I can make goblin phalanxes that do extra poison damage, inflict weakened, and plus 5 health to make up for the fact that goblins don't normally have very beefy units. The only problem with this... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Goblin Deity Economic. If I take this, it's a bit of a moot point, because here's what I'm thinking. My plan is to use Warlord units, but it's primarily to use Warlord units from other races, not so much the Goblins. So if I'm not using Goblin Warlord units, it doesn't make sense to have the production, but then again, if I'm not using Goblin Warlord units, it doesn't make sense to have the Deity Military. But with this Deity Military upgrade, that actually makes Goblin Phalanxes pretty viable, and that's probably the angle I would take with this, is to make Goblin Phalanxes and just rely on Warbreeds and stuff from other races, since that's a monster unit, not infantry. I think I'm going to go with the military one on this one. The economic one would be really nice, especially for my capital. I could upgrade my capital really fast with a Grand Palace and everything. But I can also kind of get around that with hurry production a little bit. My cities have no shortage of happiness. I think I'm going to just do this so I can add Goblin Phalanxes to my roster. And I know that kind of sucks because I do have a lot of wetlands. Production would be really nice. But I figure what's the point in having production unless I'm going to actually use it to build units. So yeah, I'm gonna opt for the other one, and then I think I'm going to, because I can make pretty good Goblin Phalanxes out of this city. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the Gladiator Pit here and get this upgraded with that and the Pillar of the Stylites. City's got a crap ton of happiness, so there's no reason not to at least hurry this along. I can also get the Guardhouse pretty quickly. That gives Pikemen an additional rank. And I think that's really all. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to unhurry that. We're going to do the Siege Workshop first. Hurry production on that. And get all the production upgrades. We'll throw the Gladiator Pit there in there as a secondary thing. But yes, this city I will start making Goblin Phalanxes out of. Now that I can make pretty good Goblin Phalanxes. I forgot about that last upgrade. That's actually pretty cool. War Hall here. I think this was the city for Tigran Phalanxes. So I did the War Hall. I want the Guardhouse. And I think that's the only thing left. I got the laboratory that I don't need. The arena that I don't need. It's pretty much just the Guardhouse, and then we're straight into Tigran Phalanxes here. And I think we'll just throw in a bunch of them and see how that goes. Because those will be... I can make those in one turn, so that's really, really cool. Here I've got the Gladiator Pit. Again, let's check the city's happiness to see if I can merit... Is the Gladiator Pit the one for a Warbreed? I think it is. I think it's Warbreeds and Phalanxes. Class-specific units depending on city upgrades. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Warbreeds and Phalanxes, because it's Monster Hunters and Berserkers are the first one, then Warbreeds and Phalanxes, and then Manicord Riders. So, yeah, Gladiator Pit it is. And then let's see what else I might need. We'll need the Barracks, the War Hall, the Guardhouse if I want to go ahead and make... No, wait, hang on. No, I don't need those. Not in this city. Not if it's making Warbreeds, which is its primary purpose. I won't be making Phalanxes out of this one. I don't need the temple or the observatory necessarily. I don't really even need a stone wall, storehouse, or barracks. Yeah, it's literally just that, and then Warbreeds. So I will probably just... I'm going to put the observatory in there just in case I get a city hurry thing done, but I don't think I'm going to need to do that. I think what I'm going to do instead is when this is done, if that doesn't get hurried and I don't get a free observatory, I'll cancel that. Titan Protector Economic. Oh, hey, it gives... Makes the observatories give a little bit of gold. Okay, I forgot about that. I'm going to hurry the Gladiator Pit. So that's not too expensive. We'll get that in one turn, and then on the next turn should be able to start making Warbreeds, because that just finished the Library of the Dark Arts. Master's Guild is done here. This city I'm just upgrading kind of normally, probably going towards a Grand Palace just for, well, let's look and see at least what the city has to offer. It's got, I think, it's very hard to tell. Okay, that's, the trade post is in this city's borders. Eventually could make Frostling Phalanxes here, which I honestly don't know what their thing is. I guess I could look it up. Phalanx. Frostling Phalanx. There it is. What is their thing? They do some frost damage. I guess I kind of expected that. armored. They have shield. Is that normal for phalanxes? I didn't think phalanxes normally had shield. And then other than the normal frostling stuff, what about an orc phalanx? About a Tigran. Okay, some of them have shields and some... Oh wait, no, the Tigran one has sun shield. Which is, I guess, it doesn't quite operate the same way shield does, but... what about, like, a high elf one? Does he... Yeah, okay, I guess all phalanxes have shield. I didn't know that. I guess maybe if you look close enough at their model, they technically are carrying one. It would make sense because Greek phalanxes carried shields, so... I suppose that makes sense. I don't know why I was thinking they didn't, but wow, phalanxes are good. I guess that's just the moral of that story. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. Hang on. I think I made the right decision here. I think Goblin Governance. Didn't I get one that gives Goblin units lifesteal? Or is there... Maybe I'm thinking of something else. No, it gives them life. Big beetles get disgusting stench and more health. I thought I had something that gave Goblin... No, I'm just thinking of the normal Goblin Butcher upgrade. They get lifesteal. I don't think I can get that on my phalanxes. Okay. Just thought I would check. Killing spree is researched. Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, we got a research boost on this turn, 420 worth. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. We could get a Phoenix Warrior, we could get Summon Baby Kraken, and still start research on something else. So that's probably what I should do, because I don't see any other way. Warfare 3 I could pick up. What about Warfare? What's Warfare 3 plus Steadfast Ward? That's 304. That's 440. I have 420 to work with, so not quite enough for that. So yeah, it's a Phoenix Warrior, and then I think Warfare 3 is more immediately useful. And then I can go back in here and pick up... Oh, hey, there we go. Warfare 4. Okay, I'll take that. And now I'm up to 100 casting points just like that. Okay. Global Assault I can start working on, but I don't know that I really want to just yet, because it is still a strategic spell. Bloodbath could be fun. +5 melee strength on all friendly units. You know, that seems... Oh wait, I didn't get Healing Showers. I do still need that for Varg, in order for him to actually do what needs to be done. So, I guess his... Yeah, they can... You know what, I'm going to exit that dialogue and move them right up next to the city and then just wait. Let them heal for another turn, and we'll do all of our combat with Varg on the next turn. Metropolis, Hollow Hill, Arcane Forge. Okay, great. I can start making other weapons in here. So I know one thing that you guys always have is a whole bunch of ideas for different items that I could make. And I'm just going to apologize up front. There's no way I'm going to be able to remember everything everyone's asked for. The one thing I do know is that it would be really nice to have a static shield item on Mogwai. So I think I'm going to try to get that if I can. It's not going to be... it's not going to... And I need Tireless Boots for my Dreadnought. Fire Aura... Immolated. Frost Aura... Has a chance to be... Frost Aura would be just as good. Static Shields, chance to be stunned. Trying to think of what is going to be hitting me with melee attacks and what is most likely to affect them. So I'm up against... I need to look at who I'm up against. The Sorcerer is who I'm imagining Mogwai fighting primarily. So let's take a look at the Diplomacy panel. I am up against High Elf Theocrat, Goblin Sorcerer, High Elf Warlord, Dwarf Dreadnought. None of them have any specific elemental weaknesses that make it very obvious what I should do. So that makes me think that it doesn't really matter much. Let's take a closer look at the bonuses. this is going to be a shield item. Static shield. 5 damage, electrical damage, chance to stun. Frost aura is chance to freeze. Do any of these... And they only affect for... Well, the fire one is not really a question. The other ones... So normally freeze lasts for 2 turns, I think, but on Frost aura it's still just 1. Otherwise it'd be fundamentally more powerful than static shield, so... I could also give Mogwai Fearsome, which could panic units, and still give... I could still throw in, like, just a normal shield or projectile resistance or something. Projectile resistance might be nice because my only damage vulnerability at the moment is elemental attack, so I could lower that even further. But Fearsome... And that's a panic for 2 turns. I might actually prefer that. I think I actually prefer that over the others. I mean, all those are great options. Don't get me wrong. But I think Fearsome, it works, it panics a unit for 2 turns instead of stunning them or freezing them for 1. I think that's better. Plus they run away and takes attacks of opportunity from a unit that has Tireless. I think that kind of settles that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Hope I'm not making some sort of mistake here or overlooking something painfully obvious, but then I can throw in projectile resistance on him just to help deal with those range attacks. And he doesn't... Wait, hang on. Mogwai doesn't already have Fearsome, does he? Like, let me just double check, because I feel like I'm making some mistake here. He does not have Fearsome. It's only that my dragons have it, but I think that's it. Okay. All right, we're doing this. Projectile resistance, Fearsome, and let's see. We need one in the spirit of Halloween because it's a Fearsome shield. So it's got to be something scary looking. There are no scary looking shields. That one's kind of spiky. Okay, we'll do that one. It's the spooky shield. And forge that. So we've got that going, which is paused because I don't have enough mana. Okay, here's the point in the game where I have run into mana problems. I think I was having so many festivals and I just didn't get any on this turn. I had the 2 research breakthroughs and that's it. But we'll have that in the queue, and it will produce when it can produce. Heshmok is done with its hospital. I could probably take off. I think I had... Oh yeah, I spent a bunch of mana on Warlord structure upgrades, so once those are done, I don't need to worry about those anymore. As for this city, why don't we go ahead and make a temple out here? Just to kind of help with those mana troubles. I know that takes away mana temporarily, but it'll result in more gains over the long run. This new city got its storehouse, and I think we'll just do normal build through here. The Builder's Hall. We got some bandits running around out there, which can now get properly stomped. The Sorcerer is on the way. Was unable to do anything about that library. I kind of wasted some time there on the last turn, but that's okay. Take that out. We'll add these guys to this group and let them sort of lick their wounds for another turn or so and try to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But yeah, my Sorcerer's army is going to come through this way and go straight through here and bang this place up a little bit. And wait, I don't know why I didn't just send them. Why didn't I just have them keep going? I don't know. I'm making weird decisions. By weird, I mean bad. Oh, I guess the Sorcerer does need to... I got stuff to clear over here, so... I guess there's that. Why don't, while I'm here, I just have this guy do his digging. And, okay, he's good there. I'm going to have these guys go ahead and get a head start on those bandits. Might be able to even take the camp. Probably have them wait for much else. Although that shock trooper though, he's he could carry this army almost by himself. Alright, would prefer you don't shoot the... Dang it, you shot the snake. And you crippled it. Crap. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to get you anyway. Oh crap, maybe not. Alright, I'll move these guys forward. I'm gonna try to... I think I know what I'm gonna do. Run up. Nope, can't do that. Well, whatever. Why don't you see if you can finish him? He might be able to war cry and just one-shot this thing. Maybe. I'm just gonna leave the snake there. Nope, not quite. Alright, fine. You just take away one of his action points. Units getting crippled kind of slowed me down a bit there. They did bleed out. There is no reason for this violence. Not much of one anyway. Go get some XP for yourself. Just a small little group of bandits there, but I may as well just get it out of my hair. I'll wait for the sorcerer for clearing this other stuff. I could actually take a peek and see who's hiding in here. You know what? Let's just go clear this now. We'll get an item where we'll get gold out of it, so why not? Send the snake again. How am I doing on morale? I can never tell. I think it was okay when last I checked, so we'll do... You know what? I'm going to let them run this time. I'm going to let them run because I don't really want the snake to take much damage. I'll get the item from it anyway, and none of these are very useful units for XP purposes, so fine. You can run. Goblin Untouchable and a Red Raptor Egg. Ooh, exciting. I'm probably going to take that reward. It kind of sucks. I do not need that Red Raptor Egg at all. But I think it's probably worth taking just for the Untouchable to have another scout out here. So I'll take it anyway. It's a free scout. And who wants a Red Raptor Egg? The Sorcerer's not holding much. He can have it. Okay, well, you have fun doing your thing out here, I suppose. I did make peace with those guys, so we can at least run through there and grab that mana. That's actually pretty helpful. There's more bad guys down there. Okay. Why don't you circle around the north side of this? And they're going to kill the new scout. Crap. Okay. I'm gonna... You know what? You guys, you can no longer sit. You've got stuff you need to do. And they can't quite reach. Can these two reach? Could a shock trooper and a prowler handle a lesser air elemental? It can't stun. And it doesn't have that much health. Plus there's the monkey. Yeah, I don't want that scout to die. Just stop killing my crap. Oh, there's a wyvern hidden in here too. Nuisances, all of you. Okay, I'm still gonna try this. This is such a little, seems like such a little trivial battle, but I'm going to lose that prowler. He is not going to survive this. But he is going to take that dread monkey out with him if I have anything to say about it. Now these guys do have tireless. That guy is going to shock bolt me repeatedly, but I don't think that really matters because he can only cast that once. So I'm going to move here, deny this person his charge, and just wait. Okay, you need to stop. And you know what? Just maybe see if I can keep him at a little bit longer distance for his next shot. I think he can still get within 3 spaces and do full damage, but yeah, he can. Okay. I'm going to frost this guy once. And sneaky flank attack. Okay. That makes him a little more manageable. Stop picking on my scouts. I sure hope nothing else comes out of nowhere and kills that guy. I'd be a little salty. Alright. Well, we sacrificed a Prowler to save an Untouchable, but in the end, I'm okay with that because the Untouchable can dig and the Prowler can't. So, more dirt money for me. Alright, anyway, back out here, when I got on majorly distracted, I was talking about possibly building Frostling Phalanxes out here, and I think I probably should work towards that end, so we'll go ahead and do a Master's Guild for this city. It's fairly safe behind my lines at this point, I think, so I feel okay about that. Can't forget about that quest for Sickbakerston. This city, on the other hand... Oh, wait, hang on. This one also could potentially make Frostling Phalanxes. So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. City is a Frostling city that grows in 49 turns. Holy smokes. I think first things first, I kind of want wooden walls in this city. Maybe make it a little easier to defend, or possibly an observatory for vision range. I think actually that might be more useful at the moment, so we'll do that. Summer of Love. Okay, population, boom there. Swarm Darter is done. That guy should be on autopath, okay. Select production down here, Draconian Town. Still merchandise for you guys, I think. Probably will be for a while. Alright, could explore that way more, but I don't really care about a random vassal. I want to get back way behind their lines and figure out exactly where red is. Or if he's even up and over here. You can hang out in there with him for now. Hold ground. Defend those walls. And let's see what kind of trouble Mogwai can get in today. I actually want to clear that dungeon. I might take a side step to go do that. Just because there's that off chance. Now, normally, the obsidian armor that I want to find is considered a mythical item. However, since I'm playing on strong defenders, I think I can find better rewards than normal from dungeons. Now, this is considered a treasure site, although you normally get units out of these, not... you know what? How about this? I want to see what's around here first. So whoever's really fast, maybe I'll just send like a single fast unit. Because nobody's defending that, so I can just walk in and take it. So now I have a much better field of view, so I can see anything that's coming. Then I think I feel a little better about Mogwai taking a detour to go to that dungeon and clear it. Let's see what's in here real quick. Closely matched, lots of succubi, but Mogwai's got blood brothers, so that doesn't really matter. Shadow Stalkers suck, but Shadow Stalkers just always consistently, regularly suck. Abort attack. We'll get the firstborn in on this. And we'll bring the goblin guy because he can... Oh, wait, maybe that elf would have been good. No. Wait, hang on. Maybe, because I could potentially convert something. What's in here again? I can't convert the Shadow Stalker. They're an elemental, so can't mind control them. Is a succubus mind control immune? Yes, they are. What about an assassin? They are not. That might be a fun unit to be able to play around with. Can try to mind control one of those. Alright, who are we going to kick out here? I want that guy for weakening. And I want the Warbreed for tanking. I'm gonna maybe want the Warbreed. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Big Beetle. Let's see if I can get something fun out of here. Manual combat, it says, even though Mogwai could probably solo this if he really wanted to. As a matter of fact, you know what? Why don't the two of you go have some fun? Keep the others kind of hanging in the back. The Firstborn, actually, I would like to have sort of close to the front line because he can at least do fire damage to that Shadow Stalker. Because in every game, you always have to consider what the Shadow Stalker can do, because the Shadow Stalker is always the biggest threat on the battlefield, it seems like. We'll give the Warbreed Touch by Faith so he can deal with elemental damage a little better. Gonna want to keep the Spider kind of in the back, though. Alright. Who wants to come fight me? I'm right here. Oh, come on, guys. Fine. I don't know how much more direct I need to be, so just go there and defend. I cannot be hurt by most of those things. The Shadow Stalker may actually go after Mogwai, which I would be fine with. We'll just bundle everyone else up over here. And now they'll throw their curses. Okay. I think back these guys up, because I don't really want them taking the hit. Mogwai's handling that perfectly well. I think I'm just going to leave him where he's at. I want to weaken whichever one of these units I decide to try to get. I think I'm going to go for this one because I'm in a bit safer position to do so. And he can go either way, I suppose, but leave this guy back here so he's in a good position to convert whatever I decide to convert, and the Warbreed stays on defense. Okay, this is fine. Succubus is coming in. That one just got cool cursed. I forgot Mogwai's got that. Okay, cool. Can actually follow up on that. I could maybe even try to ghoul curse one of the others. Just get random undead units to just throw away at them. You can go overboard with that and kind of ruin your economy with crappy units if you do it too much. But let's see if I can get that. Let's see if I can get this guy. Now that his guard is down and he's weakened. How do you feel about working for me? You don't. Well, that's a poor decision, my friend. You know why? Because there is a giant man standing next to you. Actually, 60% chance of Ghoul Curse succeeding if Mogwai goes in. Well, what do you know? You'll serve me anyway, whether in life or death. Congratulations on your poor decision making. Okay, we'll web her and smush him. Not so tough when you're not stabbing somebody in the back, are you? And then, well, can't really do anything about that succubus, so that's okay. Maybe we'll just back up and hit the assassin once. Why are you going back? Did I panic her? I must have panicked her. But wait, hang on, who panicked her? What is she doing? I don't know. Oh wait, maybe she flew off and cursed again. I think that might be what just happened. Oh, Mogwai had convert too, I forgot. Oh, he could have tried to get the other one. And I even put it up there so I'd see it. Well, you can't convert them, so oh well. Oh, this guy's got healing too. I forgot about that. That might make him worthy of being in the actual real Mogwai army, and at least until healing items show up. Besides, wait, he can't be healed either, so I need to be somewhat careful with him. Let's give some XP to you. Actually, I probably should give all extra XP I can on that war breed. Okay, Griffin Rider, bunch of gold. Actually, that gold is worth the detour alone. Plus the Griffin Rider and the Shock Trooper, those are pretty nice. Take that reward. Start forming a second army to escort Mogwai as I crusade into the High Elves territory. Alright, you guys can circle back around and get over here. We'll leave the healer with Mogwai and just kind of have the others nearby, including that knight. And pretty much everybody else. And, oh yeah, my 2 new units. Oh, I ghouled the Halfling Succubus with Mogwai, okay. I keep forgetting about all his ghoul curse and his convert. I look at Mogwai and I just think, kill stuff. Oh my gosh, look at my leader hero level. What just happened on this turn? Oh, I got Centurion. I'm the first to get 100 units. This is the first time I've ever gotten that before. All your units level up instantly. Oh, that's so great. I have 100 units by turn 62. The computers always beat me to that one. But I guess a Goblin Warlord's the one to do it with. So, okay. Nanhild has, let's go through and get everybody what they need. Nanhild, I was just kind of working on Divine Channeling. There's not a lot exciting going on with her at the moment. I could maybe throw some more defense or resistance her way. But I think I'm going to max out Divine Channeling first. So the Sorcerer is working on his Sorcery, as Sorcerers often do. So we'll get Sorcery 4 for him and just save the other points. He needs to max that out for Chaos Rift. And my Dreadnought is a little bit more of a question mark. He can do, maybe Inflict Immolation might be kind of fun. Summon Siege Engine is always fun. I need more points for that, though. So maybe not right now. Pest Control Squad gives units Animal Fey and Monster Slayer. Probably not useful given what I'm going up against, I think. Okay, Imperial Authority. I think that's actually kind of a no-brainer. More unit morale is always good. Okay, we'll go that route for now. Let's see, Varg gets 10 level up points, which is going to be used to really try to max out that ability of his to use Quick Dash. I think, like I said, we're kind of turning Varg into more of a spellcasting type. So we're probably going to want, let's see, what can I get? What's the next, how much is the next? Cloak and Dagger is 7. He's got 10 points to work with. He's got 35 points now. Yeah, we'll just do another Cloak and Dagger for the time being. I do want to pick up some of those others like Shadow Form soon, but for the moment I'm gonna do Cloak and Dagger. And just more quick dashes for the time being. More healing, more quick dashes seems good to me. If I can find Cloak and Dagger, I have lost it in this list somewhere. Where? I think did that get glitched up somehow? Hello, there it is. Okay. Mogwai has leveled up. Well, Mogwai is pretty simple at this point. I guess maybe Break Control might come in. No, that doesn't even matter for his army because I've all got Blood Brothers. I've talked about that before. Charge Command, maybe, I guess. Might be fun, just buff the other units. His hit points don't really matter that much, but I guess, you know what, I'll upgrade his hit points anyway. Because his other resistances and stuff don't really matter, so right now hit points is one of the few things that might potentially matter if I can't find that shield. So we'll just make him even more of a tank. And then Nanhild's more interesting case. There's a lot of things I can do with Nanhild. Most of them, again, require casting points, but I could also give her regrowth, which would be fun. I also sort of wanted Call Lightning to maybe force people to run right into all my dragons. So I think I'm going to save Nanhild's points for now for something else. And let's see, Death March is ready to cast, so... Sorry, Nanhild. This is not Nanhild. This is Emain. Nanhild is my Theocrat. A lot of people in the comments are pointing out that I'm getting all my heroes' names mixed up. And all I have to say is to you is, yes, you're absolutely correct. The only person I seem to be able to keep straight is Mogwai. I don't even call the sorcerer by name. He's just the sorcerer. Emain is Nanhild. Nanhild is Emain. I'm all mixed up. I'm a mess. But anyway, my Theocrat is who we will be working on next now that Death March is ready, and they are ready to go on another super long journey. Probably clear that and clear the dungeon. I think the dungeons tend to give you units, whereas some of these other structures may give me items, so I'll be keeping an eye out for those. But I think this is going to be it for this episode, so like I said, I'm going to record... I think I'll probably record 2 more today. I'll do 2 more today. Like I said, I'm recording this on Thursday, so I'm a little earlier in my recording than I usually am. But I will be recording this one, and then 2 more is the plan, and hopefully posting those all probably in Central Time here in the U.S. It'd be Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning of the first week of November. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.